Chapter 14. A New Dawn. As daylight seeped into the room, David stirred from the most peaceful sleep he had ever experienced. The soft morning light danced on his eyelids, coaxing him awake. His body felt rested, his mind clear and serene. He stretched lazily on the king-sized bed, the silk sheets gliding softly against his skin. He took a moment to take in his surroundings, the grandeur of the suite a reminder of the undeserved kindness he had been shown. The tranquility of the room was a welcome change from the chaos he had known. There were no sudden outbursts from Shiela, no tension hanging in the air, no fear of the impending day. For once, he had woken up without a cloud of dread hanging over him. David rose from the bed, his body feeling lighter than it had in years. He walked over to the floor-to-ceiling windows, taking in the breathtaking view of the city below. The city was waking, the sounds of the early morning bustle a prelude to the life he was now a part of. With newfound optimism, David got ready for the day. The spacious bathroom with its modern fittings was a sight to behold. He took his time, savoring the simple pleasure of a warm shower, the luxury of fresh towels, and the comfort of privacy. As he stepped out of the bathroom, a knock on the door startled him. He opened the door to find a hotel staff member with a breakfast tray. The smell of fresh coffee and warm pastries filled the room, a delicious reminder of Mr. Atlas's promise to provide meals. David thanked the staff member, his heart swelling with gratitude. He sat by the window, taking in the view as he enjoyed his breakfast. The food was delicious, and the coffee strong and aromatic. It was a simple pleasure, but one that he savored. The events of the previous day seemed almost surreal, but as he sat there, enjoying his breakfast and watching the city come alive, David could finally take a moment to contemplate his future. He had always excelled in the various odd jobs he worked in the past. However, those jobs were never consistent or stable due to Shiela's ever-changing demands. He'd been forced into an erratic schedule, always having to be available at her whim. Now the tables have turned. He was no longer under Shiela's control. For the first time, he had the freedom to establish a more consistent routine, perhaps even secure a steady job. The thought was as exciting as it was daunting, but David was more than ready to take on this new challenge. He knew there was still a lot to figure out, but the possibilities seemed endless. He could consider pursuing a career, furthering his education, or even starting his own business. He was in control now, and every prospect felt exhilarating. However, there was still one significant roadblock in his path. He lacked a formal education. All the knowledge and skills he possessed hadn't come through conventional schooling. They were self-taught, gained through careful observation and hands-on experience over the years. This lack of formal qualifications meant that securing a decent-paying job would not be an easy task. David recalled his time at the pub, where he used to wash dishes. The owner, Mike, had always been kind to him, treating him with a respect that he didn't often experience. Over time, he had grown familiar with the bartenders who, between serving customers and sharing stories, had taught him how to make most of the drinks on the menu. Perhaps he could approach Mike and ask for a chance to work as a bartender. He knew the job wouldn't be easy, but he already learned many of the required skills. More importantly, he was eager to learn and improve, and was not afraid of hard work. Becoming a bartender would not only provide a steady income, but also allow him to meet new people, learn from their stories, and perhaps even make some connections that could open up more opportunities in the future. It was a start, a small but monumental stepping stone towards the new life he was trying to build.